Hello, hello, hello. If you have joined me before, you know I love that countdown. I sit in my office and I do a little dancing. Welcome. If you are here for the first time with me, please say hello in the comment section. Let me know where you are calling from or watching from. If you have been with me before, you know I always love to be reminded of where you too are located. Welcome Tam's channel and welcome Jeff Vasquez. And feel free to let us know where you are watching from. I am in New York, in case you can't tell from my accent. And I frequently talk about accents. Hi, LinkedIn user and first time from Dallas. Welcome. Palestine. Oh my gosh, I love this. Tom's channel, New York. Oh, this is great. This is why I do what I do. I love bringing the world closer. But let's talk leadership and communication. Do not worry. I will watch and check in on the comments intermittently. So just keep commenting, telling us where you're from and if this is your first time or you've been here before. Did you know that effective communication is cited as one of the top skills sought after in leadership roles? That was cited in entrepreneur.com just last week. A survey was reported by Harris Poll and Grammarly, and I actually shared this on my LinkedIn as a post. So if you're not watching my posts, start doing so today. I quoted the article because I thought it was so important for all of you to be aware of. That article said that companies are losing over $1 trillion every year due to communication. And that boils down to a little over $12,000 per employee. Is that you? With just a few simple tips, you can ensure that you will develop strong, effective, and impactful communication so you can accelerate your career. And what does success look like for you? Welcome to today's live stream, where we are going to explore the crucial link between communication and successful leadership, something I am so passionate about. For those that don't know me, I have been in the world of communication since my first day of college. I was a speech language pathologist, and then 17 years ago, I created corporate speech solutions to develop aspiring leaders like you and to take leaders and build their skills to continue to accelerate success. Today, we are going to delve into that topic that is specific to all of you. Imagine having the power to captivate any audience, express your ideas with clarity, and exude confidence in every conversation. The ability to communicate effectively can be the difference between success and failure for you and your team. Throughout this live stream, we're going to explore various tips and best practices that can empower you to become a more effective communicator in your leadership journey. Feel free to put a yes in the comments section if this is what you are hoping for. If not, let me know what else you wanted to hear today. Before we move on to those important tips and strategies, I'd like to bring your attention to a small little gift that we're going to put in the comments section today. I want you to grab it just in case you jump off early. I know sometimes you come in right between two important meetings. You don't have such a long time. So grab it and hold on to it for later. Or if you have to run, grab it and look at it as soon as you can. I also want to tell all of you that each week we post a 1-minute video. Exactly what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're only going to talk about 5, but every week we post a 1-minute video on the relationship and importance of communication and leadership. It's on all our social media. You can go to the website and find the links to all our social media. But if you're here from YouTube, you find it. LinkedIn, you see it. So we purposely do this because who doesn't have time for 1 minute? Today, I'm going to combine 5 in case you missed the last 5 I did. But going forward, you can quickly access 1 minute on all social media. So let's dive down. Those 1-minute tips that I told you about, we have 52. We post 1 every week. Each month, I put 5 together so I can summarize for you and go a little longer than a minute on each of those tips. I don't want to confuse you, but my first tip is tip 21. If you go onto my LinkedIn profile, you'll see the live streams that cover 1 through 20, where you can go through all our 1-minute tips. So I don't want you to say, how did it get to 21 already? It's only her first tip. So the first tip for this live stream, but it's technically tip 21. Any questions about that? I just want to make sure everyone gets everything that will help them to build their communication success. So tip 21 is building charisma. You might think, what is charisma? Well, according to the dictionary, charisma is that compelling charm which inspires devotion to others. You know it. It's that it factor, right? You go to a business meeting and people gravitate to one individual. You go to a party, people gravitate to one individual. It's that it factor. Your charisma is what will enable you to engage and gain trust of others. Charisma includes both verbal and nonverbal communication skills. Can anyone share an example of charisma? Can you think of someone? You don't have to share their name, but can you think of someone, either a friend or in your organization, that has charisma? It might be someone that you watch on YouTube. It might be someone that you watch on TED Talks. It might just be someone you are drawn to because of that charisma and charm. By developing charisma, you will encourage others to interact with you and to work with you. So, what does it take to be charismatic? Feel free to put in the comments section your thoughts. Now, let's move on to tip 22. And I'm just going to scroll for a minute. Thank you for the confirmations on yes when I asked my question. I just always love to share where people are from. And I see we have someone from Ethiopia, Albania. Thank you for coming for the first time. Nigeria, Tejas, Nepal, California. Oh my God, this is the beauty of a live stream. Tip number 22, don't get mad at me. We're talking about leadership development. Dress professionally. Yes, when you're working from home remote and you have informal days, I know we love to wear t-shirts and leggings. It's a new world and we're comfortable with that. While we love our leggings and t-shirts, it's important to be aware of those high stakes meetings. Whether you're meeting with a prospect, a client, senior management, you want to be sure to dress appropriately. Don't be too casual. Don't be too sloppy. And also, I would say know your team. I have been in a few meetings recently, and please, I'm just sharing my expertise with you, where there have been baseball caps on and baseball caps to the side and baseball caps to the back. Know your audience, know your clients, know your prospect, know senior management. If that's the culture, that's fine. If not, it's time to get out of the baseball cap, out of the t-shirt, out of the leggings, and dress the part. You need to wear a professional outfit that will make the leaders know that you are focused on business. It will enhance your credibility. It will display confidence, and it will create a positive first impression. So remember to dress for success. Are we ready for tip number 3, which is 23? Take decisive action when making policies. Leadership requires the ability to not just make decisions, but also to gather information before you make that decision. Gather that information to support what it is you're saying. I like to tell people how important communication is in the workplace. So when I gather information from entrepreneur or other sources about the high cost of miscommunication in the workplace, that helps me to present myself as a leader in the field. So strategize, gather your knowledge, and then present your decision to your team with confidence. You may not realize this, and listen carefully. Just eliminating the phrase, I think, I believe, or probably will make you sound more confident. So here's an example. I think sitting up tall will exude confidence. Well, I think doesn't support me as a subject matter expert. Instead, I would say sitting up tall exudes confidence. Do you hear the difference? Feel free to give me a thumbs up or a yes. One is a very confident statement, as a leader should state. When we throw in that I think, it really compromises your decision making. Increase your awareness, connect with your listeners, and practice mindfulness. This will all help you to connect strategically and think on your feet. It is our goal for you to develop the skills to sound like the leader you are or are aspiring to be. And let me just pause for a minute. One of the reasons I'm passionate about this topic is these are the calls that I am getting this entire year. People who are in leadership roles, people who are aspiring to leadership roles, but they know that they need to work on their communication. It is so important. Thank you for the thumbs up. So let's go into tip 24. It is important for you to think long-term and short-term. In many organizations, short-term and long-term needs are present. I want you to think about how your decisions will affect your team as a whole, and not just the organization. By thinking both short-term and long-term, you can make decisions that will contribute to the success of the individuals as well as the organization. I often think a good leader in an organization will hire external communication trainers to help their aspiring leaders to succeed and grow in their career. That's good long-term and short-term decision-making. So what are some of the decisions you've had to make recently that impacted your team? Again, please feel free to share in the comments. And by the way, I have just about one tip more, one remaining, and a few more comments. So feel free at this point to throw questions into the comments if there is something additional you'd like me to answer during this live stream on 5 additional tips to communicate like the leader you are. So tip number 25 is to have the ability to move a conversation forward. Make a list of a point or points that you definitely want to emphasize and how strongly you want to emphasize them in advance. By preparing, you will be able to move a conversation forward or bring a conversation to an end. Also important as a leader. Being a leader is about controlling the conversation, controlling the meeting, and making sure to accomplish the intended goals. I have heard from CEOs that have hired us for people on their team because we all know that there's a tendency to ramble. And when they ramble, they take a meeting into the wrong direction. They derail a meeting. Maybe the meeting was supposed to be just 20 minutes, but they're speaking for 15 minutes about this topic that wasn't on the agenda. So you, as the leader, need to control your team and the conversation. Those are my 5 tips for this month only. Remember, you can find all of them to date on social media, all our social media channels, and you could join us next month for the next 5. But these are just 5 of the tips needed to move you into leadership. Effective communication is about being clear, concise, and articulate in order to convey ideas and information effectively to colleagues, clients, and customers. Communication training is a critical tool for professional development and leadership success. Are you ready to unleash your inner communicator extraordinaire? So many of us think we could do it on our own. I can tell you that we have an amazing team of experts that will absolutely develop those tools for you. So those dreams you have for so long, people come back, oh, I've been reading your emails for years. Now I need the training because I want that leadership role. Are you ready to captivate any audience, express your ideas with clarity, and exude confidence in every conversation? I am going to share with you how to get started. Because if you are ready, it's time to invest in yourself. If you heard my 5 tips, you're thrilled, you can write a last comment in the comment section and click off. But for those who are ready to invest in themselves, you may want to stay on to hear about a 1-step process. You can spend less than an hour with an expert on my team, and you can uncover your communication skills that shine. You also can discover the skills that need to be enhanced to get you to that next level. People are always saying to me, I'm getting passed over for promotion. I'm not getting the job I want. Now we can help you to achieve those goals. This meeting that we offer, this assessment, is designed to build your awareness into how to elevate your communication skills to new heights. Think about that. Gain awareness into how to elevate your communication skills to new heights, to empower you to achieve success in both your personal and professional life. During this hands-on, one-to-one virtual session, our communication guru will guide you through a dynamic and informative journey. We will dive deep into how you can build clarity, how to articulate your thoughts, and how to eliminate confusion with your listeners. With further training, confidence will be your superpower as we unlock the secrets to bolster your self-assurance. What I'm talking about here is a one-time assessment, a communication skills needs assessment, available with a click of a button, and we will share that in our comments section. Because whether you are delivering a presentation, engaging in crucial negotiations, or simply expressing your opinions in day-to-day business, you will learn how to radiate confidence that commands attention and respect. So are you ready? It is time to get started. No more procrastination. Grab the link so you can get started with an assessment as soon as today. No obligation past that. Seize this opportunity to transform your communication skills and make a meaningful difference in your life. I believe I saw a question. How best to keep information short and not curt? That is something we definitely work with our clients on. So it takes more than a quick answer. But what I do want to share is think bullet points. Let's assume, for example, that you just did research and you're reporting to the team. They don't want to hear about all the research you did. They want the bullet point results. What were the results of what you learned? They asked you to do that research. Often I have asked my team to research articles and give me the bullet points. I want to know those salient points. Then I can go back and read the article. They can come back and ask you a question. But I will tell you that in my polls with CEOs, when asked which communication behavior interferes most with business success, the number one is the individual that rambles. So it is essential that we learn how to be concise in our delivery, whether it's one-on-one or group meetings. And remember, after you sign up for this assessment, and then we'll schedule it with you, you will gain great insight into your communication so that you can really make that meaningful difference in your life. So I am about to log off and thank you all for attending. We had a wonderful, wonderful active group today, but I am just going to give it another quick second for you to type in any remaining questions. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next month when we give tips. And look out, because on August 7th, you're hearing it here first. August 7th, make sure you're writing this down, at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, I will be giving a free 1-hour masterclass. So be sure to connect with me on LinkedIn, YouTube, anywhere where I will post details, but put it on your calendar and be sure to join. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you continue your journey to becoming a confident communicator, whether it's in a one-to-one conversation, high stakeholder meeting, or delivering a presentation. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a wonderful week ahead.